Hello, everyone. This is Kanika, and I am here with my lovely my four youngest. Yes, that's who they are. My youngest four children. If you don't know me, I have seven total, three adults, and these four. So we have
Christopher,
Deanna,
Xavier.
Erica. All right. So, um, we are in the midst of we are in the middle, I guess. So maybe towards the end. I'm gonna say we're towards the end of a transition, from Oklahoma to Fort Worth, Texas, and there's been some things that have been happening, and I just kind of wanted to have a conversation with my kids to see like how things are going from their viewpoint, with this transition. So we can look back one day and be like, oh, we remember when. And so I just wanted to share this with you all. So their ages are, as of now, which is what, June 20th, 2024. Christopher, 17. Deanna is 16. Xavier
14.
is 14, and Erica is 13. So 2 girls, 2 boys. Woohoo! Um. So yeah. So from their mindset of 17, 16, 14, and 13-year-olds, how do they feel about this? So one of my first questions is to them. Okay, I guess I gotta do a little bit backtrack. So I'm not trying to do too long because where we are is in my oldest daughter or my oldest kid's house, and they have a sunroom, and so it's a little warm. So, so if you see it's glistening, it's because it's a little warm out here. And this one thing I'm also gonna give a disclaimer: we can be pretty sarcastic and pretty funny, so you just never know what you're gonna get from us at any given moment. We like to sing and dance and all of that. But a little disclaimer: I'm born and raised here in Oklahoma. Been here, moved away when I got married to their father in 2000, moved back about 2002, I think it was. Went to Dallas and now moved back. And then at that time I told my ex, I said, look, if you get me back home, again, I'm from Oklahoma, if you get me back to Oklahoma, I ain't going back. Like, don't ask me later on, I won't be there. And so 27 years later, God tells me, hey, you're moving to Texas. And I was like, I said I wasn't moving back. So that was last year, about May, a little bit after my twins graduated. They graduated May 20th. So I think that next week I've heard that. Please don't put your foot back on the table. Thank you. So yeah. And so I think I told the kids in June that I believed I heard God was telling me we was moving forward, as you see the eye rolls. And so my first question is, what was your first reaction when I told y'all that I believe God was telling us to move forward?
My first reaction, I was kind of iffy about it. You know? I was leading the people that I knew and knew for like forever, felt like forever. So I just really wasn't ready for that. But then a moment it went through my head. It's like you can't really always tell your family things because your family sometimes are the reason why you're not successful. You tell the wrong person something, they won't be successful in that because they get in your head. So I didn't want to be that type of family member. So when I realized that she was really serious and we were really about to do this, we were like, okay, let's go. You know? So yeah, that was my first impression about it.
I was like, oh heck no. Xavier, do you have any explanation to that? Because my thing was I was a sophomore. And it was the first semester, and she told us, and I was like, I don't know about that one. I really don't know about that one right there. Because I quite literally, because
I am very involved in school activities. So I was like, man, we gonna be leaving all these activities that I had planned to do later on in the year, and I'm like, no. I was trying to like, cause I had plans for that year and years to come
At that school.
At that school,
yeah.
So and then she told us, and I was like, the girls staying here, the oldest three, and I was like, I'm gonna sleep on somebody's couch. I don't know what you're talking about. So,
That's funny.
It's funny. Yeah, we'll get to that. So, Zay, what was your first reaction? Yeah, I remember Zay's first reaction, honestly. He tries to be a man of little words, but he was like, let's go. I'm tired of this place anyway. Let's go. So I was like, yeah. I mean, the crazy thing, his name Xavier means new home. So I was like, go figure. The one who has that name is like, let's let up out. Erica, what was yours?
I thought you were joking.
And then you got
mad.
You got mad. Okay. It's warm. So then, I guess my next question I have on here is, how do you feel about the transition that we're in right now?
Well, first of all, it's not warm. It's hot. Second of all, the transition right now, how I feel at this exact moment, I feel like it's going slow. I'm ready to get up out of here, you know? Because I tell people, a lot of people, I was like, yeah, I'm moving, you know?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the semester, and the end of the semester is gone, and when we start the new semester, I'm still here. So people see me, I see people. I started to lie, be like, yeah, I'm just visiting. But you know, and I was like, my mom was like, what's the point of lying? She said, what's the point of lying? Just tell the truth. So I just told people, like, it's just been slow moving down to Texas, you know. But yeah.
I feel like it was no point in him lying because I was telling the truth.
How do you feel about the transition?
Oh, well, my thing is that I don't know if I'm in between stubborn or I don't care. I feel like I'm stubborn because God has promised new beginnings for us, and we're not about to be in no shaggy house. And that's what's taking the longest, is finding a good house. So I don't feel like, I feel like I'm in the moment of stubborn, but I also feel like I just don't care. Let's go.
I get that.
Oh, I also feel like people and housing down in Texas is slow playing.
Man, they buggy. Sorry, that's just how I feel.
Okay, so a little backstory on that is that I was on Section 8 here in Oklahoma City. I gave the Section 8, I called them and asked, like, what do I do if I plan on moving or whatever? And they told me, you know, you got to give your notice. And I gave a notice. They didn't accept the first notice and said it was too far in advance. I need to do 30 days. So then in December, which was the month I thought that I heard John said we're supposed to be leaving, I'm calling and finding out. They was like, well, you didn't give us your notice. And I'm like, I gave you your notice in October. And so she didn't accept it until December. So then she didn't port my stuff to Texas, to Fort Worth, until December. And then it kind of started up in January. So then the event for the house that we were staying in, we had to move out of that house January 31st. So like I said, we're here at my oldest three daughters' house. And we've been staying with them, and they're 3-bedroom, like she was saying. Where she was like, the girls are here, I'll be sleeping on somebody's couch. So that's what we was laughing at. I was like, you spoke that on us.
I didn't realize what y'all meant by that.
And now she's not sleeping on somebody's couch, she's sleeping in somebody's bed.
So, what? You know,
sleeping on the mat.
Some of us are sleeping on air mattresses that now have holes, or something that didn't take long to get a hole. So now it's like a mat on the floor. Yeah. That's two of us for sure. But I know it was sleeping on couch pillows he chose to in the garage.
But it's the I feel I'm saying like
it's the privacy.
It's the privacy, but also I'd just be sleeping on the floor in the first place if I just went up there. So why don't I just sleep in the garage by myself? Because, you know.
That's okay. So that's a little catch up to where we are. We've been staying with my girls for the past, oh my gosh, it's been
5.
almost 6 months. Yes. Making some trips to Texas to try to see some stuff. Try to figure out the land. So Xavier, how do you feel about the transition that we're in? You have to speak up.
It was just needs to move a little slower.
And the move slower? You wanted to slow down now? When first you was like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Now you're like, I don't want to go.
You need to go somewhere.
Okay. That's his opinion.
The main reason is because I found somebody I want to be able to at least say hi to them. Or bye.
Hi, goodbye. Okay. Erica, your opinion about this transition?
I'm just tired, honestly. Spiritually, mentally, physically, I'm tired. Everything's moving too slow. It's like Flash or for Zootopia. It should be when it's in the car.
Flash, Honey Yard Dash. So if you don't know anything about Zootopia, it is a cartoon, and Flash, listen to the name, his name is Flash, but he is a sloth. If you know anything about sloths move like really slow. So she's saying she feel like this moving like a sloth. And she wants it to be like how he was when he got in the car. He had him a sports car, and he was get gone. Boom, boom. Who got the keys to the Jeep? All right.
I got the keys.
All right, my time. Okay, that's one I know. I don't know if there's another. I got the keys before him. Okay. Okay. So, what have you learned about yourself in this transition?
That could be rather annoying. And that's some things I need to fix. Hey, I've been working on it. But also, dang, Deanna, why are you looking at the camera like that?
These two are like twins. They are a year and some months apart.
She's annoying too.
They
I am.
thick as thieves. Them two. Okay.
But also, I've controlled my anger. I really have.
Okay.
I controlled my anger, and I realized that I haven't been hitting the ladies like I used to, like hitting Erica, Deanna, like
Can we rephrase that?
Like not in like the abusive manner,
Right.
like in like a playful manner.
yeah, I haven't been.
They play fine.
I haven't been play fighting, and I think that's good. But I've also gotten more spiritual with God. I feel like that I have. There's nights that I'll stay up and I'll read the Bible and listen to church music, but to also pray. You know, do a little stuff that can help me. I also feel in this journey, I learned that I can have my own confidence. I built myself up. I learned to love myself. So this journey, I know it's taken a long time, but it kind of helped me out in the long run. So, yeah.
For me, I realized I have gotten a whole lot more nonchalant. Like not necessarily like for me it's not bad. To me it's not bad for me. Because I used to be the girl that be sitting crying over the little things.
Like dropping her food or down.
Because I used to drop my food a lot, y'all. I'd make that plate so good and then I just drop it.
Eat that
And I'd be sitting there just crying.
Okay.
But that was some insecurity stuff right there. But so I have become more nonchalant. Like whenever I see somebody arguing with somebody else in his house, I'm like, can y'all shut up? Like it's not even that serious. And then I realized that I like being lazy. That's not a new realization, but since we've been okay, pipe down, 'cause you lazy too. Be in the same boat right now.
Hey, not too much on the L word.
Huh?
lazy.
But so, cause like I've always realized that I like to chill. Like I like to work out,
I just won't do it if I'm not in school. Honestly, let me say I won't do it in this moment. Period. I won't do it. Later on in my life, I will. But okay, side eye. I can see
I'm
your
not
camera.
look.
I'm talking about him.
Okay, it's all right.
But so so what was I? Y'all gotta be distracted.
So you say you like to chill. That's one thing you learned is that you like chilling.
Yeah. Dang, I was trying to say something else. It's your turn next.
Has to do with her Asian dramas.
Oh.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Don't even get us started.
Look. Anything that anybody can say about themselves, we can kind of come back on y'all on some of this stuff too. So hold it back, look.
K-pop rock.
Some of that judgment. Come on, Xavier.
I'm gonna do everything. Just feel like I can work out.
You feel like you need to work out more? Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna pull. I'm not gonna ask certain questions to pull stuff. Because I want your honest opinion, Erica.
I've gotten more anxious down here. Mainly because I was lying like Chris. And that's not good. I think that's it. I really don't know.
And I get.
Oh.
Okay, I'm listening.
I think I've gotten rude. Really.
Got it. Hold
Like,
on.
but I was rude to begin with.
Yeah.
But I've gotten like this passionate rude.
You mean the spoiled brat.
Oh,
That too.
Hey, calm down on the words now.
Yeah,
Go there.
Our words make difference. Come on.
Y'all had to sit up on that one.
That was it.
That was
She
it.
pulled last night.
Lord.
Okay. We good. We good. We went from living, I'll say for me, as being the single mom, we started out in a 2-room shelter. Went from a 2-room shelter. I mean, we had 2 rooms in the shelter. The shelter was a nice, like, 5-bedroom house. We went from there to a 4-bedroom apartment. From a 4-bedroom apartment to a 5-bedroom house. From a 5-bedroom house to now a 3-bedroom. So we gone back to confined. We were like really close knit. And if you know anything about people being close, like if you don't have anywhere, like people don't have places to go. You know, we don't have really places to call our own. It's just like all 3 of the girls have their rooms, and so we just kind of like are filler-ins in it. So it has brought up some real intense conversations, some intense loud conversations at times, but we making it. We making it. I'm saying we're at the end of this part of the transition because we're believing that there are doors that's open waiting for us to walk through it. Okay, amen. So what have you learned about God in this?
That sometimes, like I feel like this moment that we're in, like it's the chapter of Job. I feel like he's testing us and to see if we're gonna throw out his name or stay with him and believe him. You know, I feel like it's more of a patient thing to see like where we're at and where we need to be. So I feel like he wants to work on us spiritually a lot more, so that when we get down there, because we're going down there for a reason. When we get down there, we can bring more people closer to him. You know, so we can be like, oh, we were like this, and now we're like this. You know, we're all tight. So yeah.
So it's meant for ministry.
For me, I love him, but I don't like him. That's where it's at right now. I love him, but right now I don't like him. But I'm trusting that he gon' cause he gave my mom this this prophetic word that he was going to provide more blessings than we could store. So I'm trusting in that belief. I think that's why
on that stubborn side. So
Just in your soul.
love you.
So,
You love him, but you just don't understand his ways right now.
Yeah.
I understand that because, baby. All right, Xavier,
Right.
what have you learned about God? What have you learned about God in this transition?
he likes to eat
He likes to eat.
the heat.
Oh,
The heat.
Especially
Boy,
on something, because good lord.
No, that's as much as you learned in this transition
Uh,
from the house over there on 56 to over here
I
now.
realized he stopped me a lot of times.
So he's been there to calm you. Yeah, he's working on you.
oh, also to watch my words. I've been working on that actually, but yeah.
don't act like a statue now.
Speak your
And
mind.
it's okay to cry.
Oh, no, I'm not crying.
Okay, I was saying 'cause your eyes was looking like I should.
Ooh, y'all, it's getting hot in here. Let's go. I'm sorry.
Next question, she ain't gonna answer.
Oh, because I really was gonna ask you. Yeah. What do you feel about God? Or what have you learned about God? What have you learned about God? That's what it is. What have you learned about God in this transition?
He's irky. He's a very irky person. Or, dang, I don't say he's irky. He's, I don't know. That's the best word for it.
Right. That's the only thing you have?
He ain't weird. He moving weird.
Look, and for some of you that are very full of religion and churchy, you grew up in church, all you know is church, and you was taught you don't talk this way about God, you don't say this about God and all this. I was that person before that was like, what? But God had a way of teaching me, like, look, be honest with me. Even in his word, he tells us to be open and honest with him. Like, he can deal with it. He has the strength to be able to take how they feel and how we feel. If we feeling that we don't like this or we don't like the situation, he can deal with that, okay? So even if you decide you want to come for him, I'm telling you right here, right now, it will be deleted because we know God. He knows us. We are learning relationship with him and not religion. So I appreciate their honesty in that area because he has a way of showing us who he is and why he did and how he did and teaching us how the way that he loves us in all of these situations. And I learned that in counseling. I learned that I went through a bad depression and he just started loving on me and showing me who he was. So I believe part of this is part of that for them too, to just show them who he is. Okay, my last question because I know I'm more than glistening now. So what are your thoughts about the house situation in Texas?
I already told you.
They was ready.
I already told you. I feel like they slow playing. Like, not even like, I don't know how to explain it. I think they trying to play one over my mama's head. Cause she's a single mom and they see her being like, not desperate, but trying to work hard towards where we want to be. And they slow playing. Like, they playing mind games, playing games with us. It's because the last time we were down in Texas, first of all, they didn't tell us that there was a squatter in the house that we went to go check out. Like, and they knew that there was a squatter in the house. They should have said something, right?
All that gas.
For real. But we were still glad that we went down there because then we would have never realized that there was a squatter in the house, right? But also, we went to go check out this other house that our my mom's rich lady, right? She's a realtor.
Yeah,
I like the lady. So, and we checked out the house. I liked it. Yeah, she did it.
It had blue tiles.
The blue tiles is lit.
Yeah, the floor in the front, all of the first floor except for the bedroom and I think it's a bathroom was all blue.
It's like a marble type blue.
Yeah.
Where it's glistening.
Yeah.
It was a shiny blue.
But I liked it. It was technically really 5 bedrooms just because, well, technically 4, but there was an extra room that you could turn into a 5 bedroom.
Which is one of the things we've been praying for.
Yeah, and then there were stairs.
Another thing they've been wanting and been praying for.
And then the roof, because we some tall people, you know. The roof isn't like at our head, and it's way up, so we was glad about that.
I'm not tall.
We can all just jump and touch it. But like,
I'm in the middle. I'm not short. I'm not completely short. Just tall.
Well, compared to us, you are.
That's
Well,
what
she's
I'm
not
saying.
short. But anyway, so yeah, the high roofs was another thing I had been wanting and praying for.
And then the bathrooms, but then also my mom calls them or try to reach out to them on the way back or going back down to Oklahoma to see if we can transition our stuff to that house. And then they gonna tell her she look at her stuff in the morning. When we get home, they gonna tell her, oh, someone bought the house while I was on the way back home, like back to Oklahoma. I'm like, why didn't y'all do it then and there? Because it seems like y'all are, playing around. I don't like playing around with my emotions because my emotions is in this right now. Like, I feel like, I want to say some bad words, but I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. Whose turn is it?
Like I said, I didn't like the house. My thing is that I was trying to keep myself positive because like Christopher said before, saying I didn't want to necessarily rain on nobody's parade. And everybody was so happy about the house. I'm like, okay, the house, it looks good, but I didn't get that feeling like this is it. I'm like, oh, this is a nice little interior design, except for them tiles. It's a nice little interior house or whatever. Oh, I see that. Period. Y'all got y'all money on this house. But the rest of it was like, oh, okay. What's next? There more? But so I was just like, so wait. What was the question? Sorry, I was in the middle of it and I forgot the question. What's the question?
How do you feel about the situation with the house?
Oh, I feel like they're moving. I don't know. They're moving on their timing and not on God's timing. Or maybe it is God's timing and he's telling us that this isn't it. That's too small for what I have told y'all. So maybe that's what's happening. Maybe they move in with God, or maybe they not they thinking on the business aspect and not on blessing somebody. Like that. I don't know how else to explain that.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I look like a dark skin.
Okay, Christopher. Look, y'all. Okay, so Shay, what do you have to say?
They only look bad.
what was the question? What was the question?
How do you feel about the house situation in Texas?
I feel as if I saw the person that bought it, I'd give it up.
Okay.
All right.
He already said he's been working on his anger. Okay. Is that all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you did that person live?
You don't have anything to say about it? Okay.
Except the room. I just don't. In the room is downstairs that I was supposed to sleep. I wanted to walk upstairs.
Hey, you can't when you trying to wake us up.
Bite me.
Okay. So, look. This has been a journey. It has been definitely a journey. We've been looking for houses since before. I started looking before December because, again, I thought I was leaving in December. I've gotten tired. I've gotten frustrated. I wanted to just give up the towel. I wanted to just quit. People have asked me, well, why don't you just stay here in Oklahoma? Is that not an option? To me, that's not an option. I believe I'm going to Texas, and there is the perfect place for us. It is coming really, really soon. So I also will be doing an interview with my oldest 3 girls. And I probably will do one on my own just to get my opinion. I wanted to just get this over really quick for them to see where they are with this. So, hey, part 1 of this journey with me.
Wait, that's about 2.
Bye.